See Brown in your face.
Have you heard of Everything at Once?
Do you know about Everything at Once?
It's internationally known.
Aliens listen to it.
It's the best ever.
If there's something you're looking for in the 814, or feeling a little bored and think there ain't no more, check out Everything at Once and allow it to be your source. It's that raw podcast that's always showing support, highlighting the scene. No need to take I-90 to Peep or 79 to see how it be. Interviewing your locals with mindsets that are global. Innovators and creators on every single upload. So much going on in the EPA.
Incredible content.
Everything at Once will keep you up to date.
Amazing guests.
What you doing? Come through and hang with Tony and Dave.
Community driven.
Bringing everything at once from around the way. Everything at once from around the way. Hey.
Please listen. We love you. Everything at Once.
Everything at Once.
It's time to introduce this show.
The best show on the face of the planet.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in today. We want to thank our Patreon producers, Brian G, Josh W, Ian D, Nick G, and Sadie M.
Patreon, it's an awesome way to support the show and say thanks. You can become a Patreon supporter by clicking the link below and choosing to be an intern, assistant, or producer level supporter.
If being on the production team is too much pressure for you, you can also send any contributions using our Venmo at Everything at Once Studios. We now want to thank all the local businesses who supported this episode. These businesses get the Everything at Once stamp of approval and are critical members of the Everything at Once community. We couldn't do it without them. With winter approaching, are there any last-minute details that you want to change or renovate around your home?
I might, but you know who to call.
Yeah! Ghostbusters!
No, Tony. No, not Ghostbusters. Solid State Construction.
Oh, yeah. Solid State.
Yeah.
Duh. Solid State takes pride in all their home remodeling projects. Solid State specializes in bathroom remodeling, kitchen renovation, window and door installation, custom design work, and more, including painting, flooring, drywall, sidewalk, decks. Get your free quote today by calling Nick at 814-397-7854. Solid people, solid product, Solid State Construction.
You know, Tony, with all these renovations from Solid State, I think we might have kicked up some bad energy around here. Yeah, oh yeah. Luckily, we know just the people to go see.
I know it this time. It's Ghostbusters.
No, Tony! Our friends at Cauldron and Thorne.
Wow. I feel really dumb right now, and I can't believe I didn't think of Cauldron and Thorne, the world's largest witchcraft and metaphysical shop, with everything a person needs to channel the spirit world.
Practice some self-care.
Find enlightenment.
Curse your enemies.
Protect yourself from your enemies.
Bless your friends.
Cleanse your space from negative energies. You can check out all the magical wares available at for these different practices we all love and enjoy at Cauldron and Thorne, 2724 West 8th Street, or online at cauldronandthorne.com.
This week, we have an incredible guest for you.
We're live. Not quite live, kind of. As
Moderately
live as
live.
an unedited podcast is going to get, I guess.
Yeah.
Welcome. Super glad to have you here. We got Jade and we got Sai from OddCity Entertainment today.
Yes. Hi.
Cue the laugh
Thank you for
track.
having us.
Everybody's laughing out there. We all know it. We see you guys. We're super pumped to have you guys. Sai's been on before. Jade, you were in...
I was in the treehouse.
You were up in the treehouse with Dumpster Garden.
Yeah.
It was amazing. One of my favorites. They're all in my favorites. Anytime anybody mentions one of those, I'm like, oh, that one's one of my favorites.
I want to do one soon.
The leaves are coming back on the trees, and I've been eyeing it up back out there. I've been doing like a little bit of yard work and cleaning up and watching the biological warfare go on between the plants that I don't weed or take care of or do anything. They just fight each other for survival. It's kind of fantastic.
That's how
Yeah.
they go.
Yeah.
You had the perfect spot back there to just do that. You know,
Yeah.
like the setting, you know, it's really nice. If you have some birds chirping,
Oh,
like
man.
when the music gets quiet.
It's nice.
He does this weird thing where I don't know if you've seen the meme where the dude's just like rubbing his hands together next to the tree and just like licking his lips. He does that watching the leaves every day.
Yeah, exactly.
He's getting excited.
Yeah, they're coming.
You have a lineup for?
No, I don't. I haven't done anything. Everything's been completely going towards the movie right now.
Oh,
All
wow.
of my time and dedication
Yeah,
and energy and
I've been
stuff.
seeing that. I'm really
Yeah.
excited for it.
We're pumped. We're super excited. Erie Horror Fest shirt. We're gonna
Yeah.
win some Scullies this year. Hopefully, that's like their award they give people.
The Scullies.
Scullies. Yeah,
That's
dude.
nice.
I'm gonna put it up on my shelf over there, and so people don't have to look at all my camera gear and
That's
stuff.
Scully
actually
would be a
adorable.
really good dog
I
name.
want like we need awards for something. That's so cute.
Yeah, right. Well, OddCity Entertainment, you guys are doing
Yeah.
A lot.
a lot. You're doing your own festivals, Battle of the Bands. You give out awards and win your own award. People might think you are cheating, but
We actually are
whatever.
talking about doing something similar to Battle of the Bands. In 2025, we're trying to introduce a thing we're calling Noob Night.
Noob Night.
Noob Night.
Yeah.
It's like a talent show that
It's a talent show, not more of a showcase.
yeah, we're gonna have like all the promoters that we can get out there and kind of have like a little panel and provide all of the performers with relevant lists of venues and
Hell yeah.
Venues,
Promoters and-
contacts,
yeah.
Studios.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Like who you need to know if you want to pursue music and
And
start
perform around
locally.
here. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
I'm sure
cool.
that people will greatly appreciate that kind of stuff.
I know. I wish I would have had that when we started
giving 'em the
because
cheat
it would have
sheet.
been great. Yeah.
The cheat sheet to ease it performing in Erie. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Is there gonna be like a competition? Are you gonna give awards? You could.
I don't know. I
Like
didn't
best
think
in
about
show,
that part
best new
until
band
now.
or whatever. I don't know.
It would be interesting.
I think it would be
feel like
fun.
It could be fun.
Yeah, it doesn't have
could
to be like a
backfire.
fancy
Yeah, it
award. You
also
could just,
could
like,
be really
print them.
competitive and like I don't know.
It could be bad.
Yeah, we could
go
have like
either
the
way.
next American Idol on our hands.
Yeah.
Are you gonna bring
Erie's
the
Got Talent.
Yeah, Erie's Got Talent.
just as long as you bring your sound box that you're gonna use for your podcast?
Oh yeah, we can
Oh,
just hit the
yeah.
boo button.
Yeah, instead of giving a comment, it's the perfect
No,
passive
that's
aggressive
mean.
way.
Boo.
I would like to get something like that. I know I did a video for Dig It Dave at his PACA thing, and he has like this nice little control board that just switches cameras for him and stuff like that. It's like goals, future goals, that and have like a soundboard button thing. I can like mute you guys though if somebody wanted to cough.
Yeah, that's
Like
what.
if I was
Yeah.
gonna cough, you can't really hear me that good.
I like that. I think that's a great. They're really fancy over there at PACA.
Yeah, they're doing
Yeah.
it big. We're
Yeah.
getting there someday.
Yeah.
Goals, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you're rocking with better stuff than we have, so.
You guys got one condenser mic
Yeah.
in the middle of the room. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we record it all.
We like to do like the cozy couch podcast. Like we just have blankets and all the pillows and
Yeah.
you know,
cool.
like we're just kicking back. We'll have our little wine.
We do
So
need
I
like a
got the-
boom mic for
Yeah, we
maybe
do.
above or
We're
something.
gonna get some like mics that like swing out because we do it in my living room and.
Mhm.
It's always interesting because we don't know if the cat's gonna come in. I don't know when
Same.
Same.
I don't know when my partner's gonna come in and if he's just gonna be like, "This was a bad day at work," and I'm like, "We're recording."
Yeah. Gideon, our studio manager, aka my orange cat, likes to come down here and hang out. She makes sure that we're in line and doing a good job, so I know that feeling.
She was just down here.
The cat was like scratching on the table that the iPad where
Oh, yeah.
that records the video, and it was just like rattling and shaking.
Yeah, generally I can't keep like any cardboard down here anymore if we're going to be podcasting
Oh,
because
cardboard and cats.
game on. Yeah.
Forget about it. I had my cat. She tried to get in this and she's a big girl.
Mhm.
She's a big girl.
Nice.
And there was some little box that I had, and she tried so hard, bless her heart, for probably an hour to get her whole body inside this box. And eventually, she just started to look like a muffin.
Nice.
This was like the little box, and she's just like billowing out the top
That's
of it.
perfect.
And she's like, I
If it
think I'm
fits, it
content
fits.
here.
Cats are actually fluids, I think. I
Yeah,
think that's the
yeah.
the law
They're made of just fluid.
Yeah,
Fluid.
they're the fourth.
element or
Yeah.
solid or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's solids.
Platonic
I
solids.
think there's more than 4 elements.
Yeah, earth, water, air, fire.
And
We're
love.
going super old school.
Captain Planet.
And love.
And
Is
love.
that an element?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
Captain Planet. Yeah, you put them together.
Nice.
say so, yeah.
Then we get Captain Planet. I'll take. I believe that.
Petition to get Captain Planet to be listed as an element.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say petition to get Captain Planet on the podcast.
I
If
would
he's
love
out-
that.
If you're out there,
That
Captain
would be
Planet, come on the show. We'd love to have you hang out. We'll talk about Earth stuff. We're like in the forest anyway, so
Yeah.
you know this is like almost your home, I think. So yeah, dude, Captain Planet. If anybody's got any connections, I always say that on here. Like
Anybody's got connections.
Yeah.
If anybody's got 5 element power rings that they're putting together,
Yeah, let us know.
get Captain Planet down
We're
there
out
for
here.
us.
Yeah. Or Thanos in that regard. So.
Yeah, the gauntlet. I don't know if I'm ready to handle all that.
I don't want that.
I feel like out of moral obligation, I would have to try and fight him, and obviously, I'm probably
Of
not winning
course.
that fight.
No, you're definitely not winning that
He would
fight.
snap his fingers,
dust.
and I would be
Yeah.
dust. So I would prefer
That's
that he
the
just
best case
stays away.
scenario.
Yeah,
I'd rather hang out with a dude that's like, let's go pick up some paper towels off the street, you know, instead of like, I'm gonna snap my finger. And
I
half of
would
you are gonna
rather hang
disappear.
out with Captain Planet. Yeah.
yeah, better choice.
Less dangerous.
But hanging out with Thanos, having it like if I made friends with Thanos, you know, I feel like I could.
I feel like
Get
you
him to
could
do
get like
some
really
favors.
deep with Thanos, like sitting in a field and just like talk about life.
Yeah, maybe change his perspective so he doesn't have to destroy half the population of everything.
Yeah.
That would be wonderful.
Nobody really tried that tactic with him in
Yeah.
the Marvel movies.
You know,
You know
maybe
what I
just
mean?
some
They just
therapy.
went straight to fighting him instead of being like, "Yo, maybe we can."
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
maybe we
Sometimes
can
you
talk
just
about
need
some
like a hug.
resources that you should look into.
Yeah, right. Have you ever tried therapy?
Give him a hug. you
Yeah,
know?
that's all he really needs.
He was pretty committed. He seemed like he really, really, really knew what he wanted to do, and like that's a good thing. Like, you don't want it to be twisted the bad way, but it's great to have a goal.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, he was driven. He's working towards something his whole life. He destroyed like the
whole
lives of his
package.
daughters and like other planets and all sorts of stuff to get there. So you gotta admire that
Yeah.
in some ways. You know?
dedication. You know?
Dedication. Oh man. So the how long have you guys been doing the podcast now?
Not very long. We have one episode released, and we are about to release a second one. So
Boom.
it's been
Yes.
like a month and a half.
Yeah. We're
Brand
soon
new.
recording episode 3.
Hell yeah.
With are we gonna tell who's gonna be on it?
Yeah, I think it's
gonna
the
be
episode 3 has Larry Wheaton. The second episode that's about to come out has Brian Glosky from BF
Oh
Historians.
yeah, he's the man.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, we
the
got the
man.
gloss.
That one was a good one. I'm really excited for it to come out.
He was
So
one of
many
our first
things
guests,
went
too.
wrong during recording that.
He's so good about that too, because he's just ready to roll with whatever happens. So if you need some like early guests that'll also get people to watch, because he's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
He's perfect
It's a
for
good
it.
move.
Yeah.
And plus he like knows what he's doing, so he can probably like troubleshoot and fix things and tell
Oh,
you
he
how
did.
to do
He
stuff.
fixed our
He
microphone.
totally did. We had our mic upside down the first time.
Oh,
I
nice.
had no idea.
Which is why the
I-
audio is awful.
I actually did that for like literally like months with these microphones, except it wasn't upside down and they were just like backwards.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like, I think it was both. I think it was upside
It was
down and
upside
backwards.
and backwards.
Because I
Nice.
didn't know.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you got to look inside and you see this thing. And I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, this is how it's supposed to point. And I was
Right.
like, oh,
Yeah.
God.
Sometimes I feel really bad. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Cam or familiar with them, but I see people using their podcast stuff because I'm in like their Facebook group and every now and then, and I'm like, damn, you guys are using the microphones fucking backwards. And I want to say something, but I also don't want to be like
That guy.
an asshole who's like, you guys don't know what, you know.
No, yeah,
I wouldn't
it's
be
like-
like that. I wouldn't be like, you guys don't know what you're doing. I'd be like, your mic.
actually.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, it's like you got to be a little bit of a sound tech, I guess, to do
Yeah.
this kind of thing.
Yeah,
We're
for
still
sure.
learning.
Yeah.
No doubt. I mean, ours was backwards for months before I realized, like, hey, I bet you know, it probably says front on this for a reason. I bet that probably is towards
Yeah.
us. Usually
That's a
how it
really good
goes.
indicator.
Yeah, of
Well-
how the mic's supposed to sit.
We had him backwards, and then this used to drive him nuts. He used to give me fucking shit all the time, but they'd be backwards, so that was already a strike against us. And then I'd talk like this a lot.
Yeah.
And he would message me and be like, dude, talking to the fucking microphone
Yeah.
next time. I'm like,
Yeah, so
Sometimes it's hard.
I
It
tend
is
to
hard,
talk
yeah.
quietly too, and that was one problem with our first one is that I kept like kind of mumbling, and
You got
then
that
I just
Pennsylvania
wasn't
mumble
picking
mouth,
up.
and I tend to be just loud. I'm a loud person in general.
right.
Yeah, your voice was good on that. Mine was very, very quiet.
Because the mic was upside down and backwards.
Yeah.
Yes.
One mic is okay for stuff like that. I mean, you can definitely. I mean, that's how I did like a lot of the Treehouse stuff. Was just like the band or like one or two persons and a condenser mic picking up guitar and vocals, and that was it. I mean, it sounded good.
All of them sounded great. I
Yeah.
think I've watched
Oh,
like
yeah.
every one that you've put out so far, and they're great.
so much.
The Mykonaut one.
I gotta
Michael Knott was so
say,
good.
Listen to
I'm
that all the
biased,
time.
and Dumpster Garden, obviously.
Obviously,
Those two are the top ones for me.
Yeah, Mykonaut was a lot of fun too. They were like the biggest. Them and Spades were like the biggest group that we had
That
up
was
there.
really good too.
So it got a little bit more extra attention because I really liked their song and their music and the way everything sounded. Like as far as like mixing and mastering goes, a lot of them don't really get a whole lot of attention other than some compression and some EQ because that's like
Yeah.
all I really know how to do. But for them, they got like a little bit of mixing and boosting levels and changing stuff around, and their bass sounded like I was so proud because they're like an acoustic bass kind of usually sounds a little rattly in real
Yeah.
life, but I just made it sounded like buttery, silky, bassy, amazing.
Yeah,
I
it was
super pumped.
good. I always really like to hear like full bands do like a special acoustic thing.
Yeah.
Because I think that just, I don't know, it puts a whole different dynamic to a song that you've heard before. And I like that a lot.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I wanted to stick to as far as acoustic stuff goes because it's like a unique experience for a lot of
Yeah.
bands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're not just coming up.
That's
and
why
playing
I
the
want to
same
do it.
song.
I'm like, I gotta,
Yeah,
I wanna make something
Audacity.
special for
Yeah,
it.
right?
And that'd be cool.
No, definitely. We'll work something out once I start booking things. We'll probably get started like
month.
June.
Like a month, yeah.
Yeah, because like right now we got the shoot, we got our final rehearsal, then we got our big shoot with like all of the main stuff, and then we have like a second shoot the weekend after, and then I'm gonna be like spending just weekends down here editing and putting all stuff together.
Yeah.
In your Hobbit
That's
hole.
And-
that's gonna take a while.
Yeah, my Hobbit
too.
hole, man cave, poker lounge, studio, dungeon, whatever. Everything at once studios really is.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Everything at once.
Everything at once. But then I'll definitely reach out to you guys and we'll put something together.
Yeah.
We'll get a date lined up and we'll
That'd
start
be
doing
great.
those again because
Yeah.
those were really fun. And I'm excited too because I don't have to lug all of my shit outside this year. I can keep I have like enough stuff down here now that I can keep all of the stuff that I use up there like outside, like in my
Yeah.
garage, so I don't have
That's
to bring it
good.
up and downstairs, and I can keep like all the mic stands and the little mixer I use out there and everything. Oh, that's gonna be so cool.
Stairs with equipment is awful.
Yeah, and I don't really have a lot. It's not like I'm moving a drum kit or heavy amps or anything, but it's enough that like I need to take like 2 or 3 trips to carry everything.
Annoying.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
you need one of those buckets with a.
A pulley?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Oh, that's a
that would
good
be
idea.
smart. A dumb waiter.
Yeah.
You should do like a mouse trap type thing. Like the game, you know, from like the
Yeah,
from,
all the way here,
Treehouse
like
all the
on
way down in
pulleys and
here.
stuff. Out.
Yeah. What are they called? Rube Goldberg machines?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
do one of those.
That's what they're called, yeah.
Right.
be
Use
dope.
like I could like flip a switch down here and a bunch of stuff starts falling, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
the bucket with all
Yeah,
the
and
gear,
at the
like,
same
moves
time,
and
like you
floats
can
out.
get like a beer to come out of your fridge.
Yeah,
and, like,
dude.
Toast to go in the
We're
toaster.
killing it.
It reminds me of I might be showing my age, but it reminds me of watching like Ernest movies when I was a
Ernest,
kid.
oh, I remember.
He had like
My
the
kids still watch
washer.
Ernest.
Oh, it's such a great set of movies. But he had like his washer machine. He'd like flip a switch and it would do like 10 different things and turn the washer on, which is like how I want to live my life personally. So
Yeah.
we need to do this.
Yeah.
Less effort, more reward.
Yes. Yeah. That's the move.
That's the move for sure. So you guys got an event coming up for OddCity Entertainment.
Yes.
Yeah.
How long, I know Audrocity's been around for a while, and I feel like that kind of stemmed into...
It did.
That's like the
Yeah.
same way this started, too. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, we have a podcast. Okay, now we're making all sorts of
So
videos and
basically,
other stuff.
like, there's so many of us, like, not only Audrocity, but myself, that's just friends with everybody in the band, and then
Sure.
me and Raina in Dumpster Garden together, and a bunch of other people, and every time there would be a show, like the album release, and what was
Ground
that,
Score.
the Ground Score
Yeah.
album release, that was a perfect example.
Yeah.
And the Basement of Terror shows before that, we would just all come together and go so hard on just, like, helping each other, and we just want it to be a huge success. And like one day it was just sort of like we should just have a name for this.
Yeah, because it was like I don't know. It's cool because we have like a lot of offshoots from it now, and so because Odd City was obviously birthed from the name Audrocity,
Right.
and because everybody would always call us, like, they named us anyways, everybody would say, oh, this person from the Odd Crew, and
It was
it was always or Odd Squad. We would always get like some variation of it, so we were just like, let's just put a name to it so we can
It's already
like
canon at this
tell people
point.
who's presenting
Right.
these shows, So, and now there's OddCity Entertainment, and then there's Odd in the City, which is like a webisode thing where
for
they do
bands.
they
interview
live
bands,
on-site
like, live
interviews,
on-site, yeah.
and then Honestly Odd, the podcast, and I think that's right.
For now.
Am I thinking of
For now.
Yeah. But yeah, it's all kind of just like the same variation
People
from
just doing bunches of different things.
Yeah.
Plus, just like the content that you make for everything is wild.
Yeah.
Like, you just pump out content because we're always filming stuff, and like the
Yeah.
little videos you put together, even the one from this past weekend.
Well, our
It's, like,
group is
wild.
really extra wild,
Yeah.
dumb, ridiculous. So it's very easy to pump out content because everybody's
Somebody's
just
always
doing something
Right.
just unhinged or hilarious. So it's really easy to do. I think it makes it very easy to get our stuff out there. Cause
Yeah, for sure. When you're always doing stuff and always together and people are doing wild things, it does make it.
Yeah. we can be like a little bit rowdy. So I know that kind of like maybe scares some people or whatever, but I think it's funny. I don't know.
So the event.
Yeah. This I don't know when this will come out, so we might miss this, but
It'll probably be
next
like
2 Mondays.
2 Mondays from now.
Okay. Well, we'll miss. We have Grunge Night coming up this weekend.
This might actually be our 100th episode.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
We should
That's
have had
exciting.
like
Like little like
I don't
explodey
we're just not that coordinated to know for sure whether or not it will be, but I think it's going to be really
Yeah.
close. I think 98.
I should have
There's
brought
one
Okay.
episode before
Cool.
you guys see
Wow.
it.
I forgot
Well-
the confetti.
Happy 100th
Yeah, that's what I'm
episode,
saying. We
guys.
need like a
They
popper. or
set off
something.
fireworks in the basement.
Yeah,
That's a good
boy.
idea. We get some Roman candles.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Grunge Night, it's our first one because I don't know, Audrocity is like a heavy grunge type thing now, so we just kind of wanted to bring some attention to, because there's only like a few. It was actually really hard to book that show because I was like, there's not a lot of people in that genre right now, even though it's like
Huge.
I think it's popular
Yeah,
among
it
like
made a
the
huge
younger
resurgence, like, in
kids.
the
We've
last few
seen
years.
like a lot of really young people starting to come out to our shows lately, so there's that. And we're doing the Raise the Roof for BT, which is a fundraiser. BT like had some storm damage to their roof, and so we're trying to raise some money to offset that. And then I think after that would be Basement of Terror. We do normally do we were going to do the Violet Gathering, but it's seeming like this year it might actually not work out. So
Yeah.
we've been having a tough time finding a venue that will allow camping, and like, there's just some things that I'm not really willing to let go of. Like some venues are really against like metal music, so it's hard to find a venue that'll allow camping that will also allow metal. And it's just like that's kind of like a big part of it, because like that's our scene, and like all those people were like so dedicated to the cause, for domestic violence and stuff. Like I just, so
Yeah,
but
it's really
we're
unfortunate
looking
that
at
the Violet Gathering
2025,
isn't
I think.
Not going to happen this year, but I'd rather hold off in order for us to like get fully organized, because OddCity Entertainment, we're legal now. The government is aware of us.
Nice.
Yeah, we're an
So-
LLC now.
Yeah, good for you.
Nice.
So in order to like get fully organized, and on top of all the other festivals that I'm gonna be playing, you're gonna be playing, the other shows, and to have better work-life balance in our lives, it might be better. I think it's gonna be better to
I
hold it
think
off to
so,
next year,
too.
so that way we're fully organized and can come back in 2025 with 110% and
Hell
make
yeah.
it better than it
we're
would've
just
been this
kind
year.
of shelving the money from that we were going to use for it, and hopefully we'll have more by next year. We did have like an option to do it without camping and a lot of really strict stipulations, but I just we're degenerates and we want to
Get
want
wasted
to do
and
the
camp
thing,
and
you know,
party.
like like
Festival.
And just
Yeah.
party and have fun and create
yeah.
a safe environment for that to happen while raising awareness for a great cause and a great nonprofit here in Erie.
Hell yeah.
I don't like that you're facing pushback for that. They let all these wacky hippies have
Those
their
goddamn
festivals.
hippies.
That's what,
their
yeah,
festivals.
it's very strange
It's
because
super
they're
weird.
like super cool with like EDM and like and obviously there's nothing wrong with that. I like
Yeah.
that stuff, but it's just
It
like,
was
we're kind of doing the
last
same
year,
thing.
It was
you know?
insane finding event insurance for the
Oh,
Violet
yeah.
Gathering.
Really?
It was insane. Like that was like my job and my role, and it took me weeks to find a company that would even touch having metal at a festival.
It's the big one.
And
I don't
apparently,
get it.
fun fact, in the state of Pennsylvania, if you have metal at a camping festival type environment that is considered by some sort of insurance bylaw to be an extreme sport.
Oh, wow.
So you need special extreme sporting insurance, and there's only one company that I found in the whole country based in Colorado that does insurance for like the X Games and stuff.
Jesus
That
Christ.
was able to cover us.
It's crazy
was
because
wild.
metalheads are like so respectful. Like I've never ever. I mean, everybody they clean up after themselves. They're
Yeah.
very
I always
respectful
feel
of everyone
so safe
else.
at metal shows.
I will faster take my children to a metal show than a regular, hippie festival. No offense to the hippies. But
Offense to the hippies.
it's just safer. Like I've had a lot less things happen around metalheads than I have around anyone else. So it's strange.
Like, right. It's like, I don't know. It has to be, people see videos of just like pits and,
Crowd
crowd
surfing.
Yeah.
surfing and that stuff.
Well,
and
you
that makes
see
them
it, and
nervous.
It's like it's understandable to see it, and then when you go in it, like there's always going to be like those one or two people that don't follow the etiquette,
Yeah.
as there are rules in the pit.
I just had my 6-year-old in a gelatin skeleton pit last Saturday.
he had a blast.
And he was having a great time, and everyone stayed away from him. He was having a blast.
Everyone
it was
hyping
fun.
him up. He was giggling the whole
Yeah.
time.
he was-
People that have never been in a pit, it looks like chaos, but anybody who's actually been in a pit realizes
Yeah,
it's
a
very
no, it's
method.
just a little bit of a push pit. That's all. You mean, you get people that
It also
act out
wasn't
of pocket,
a
but
full-on- it wasn't a full-on pit because that show happened at like 4 p.m.
yeah,
Like,
it was
no one's
early.
moshing before
Obviously,
9.
No, that's too early. You got to
Yeah,
get.
Warped
Yeah.
Tour was wild for doing that to us.
oh yeah.
10 a.m. It's 100 degrees. You're just
on
walking death
nothing but
circle.
asphalt.
Yeah,
Oh, rough.
It was great.
$10 waters.
Sweaty.
And like huge like fountain public shower area things.
Don't remind me.
There's like water spraying on everybody. Everybody's dying. I miss that though. That was so fun.
I've never been to a Warped Tour.
This was my first
man,
concert
you, like, missed it.
experience.
I know. it's
My
too
first
late
concert
now.
experience, I went in 2010 and 2011. I saw Paramore, Day to Remember, Motionless in White, Go Radio Go. I saw what's not Sum 41. Never Shout Never was there. I saw so many of my favorite bands.
What was
I
it?
went in like 2000, like high school times, and then I went again like the last year or two that they did it with my little buddy Mike, who's just in high school then, and we just got fucking rowdy. It was amazing. It was so good. So many good bands. They like came back strong as fuck. Their metal area was just nothing but bangers the whole time.
That's so
yeah.
awesome.
It was so good.
2005. That's the only year I went to Warped Tour.
2005.
2005.
That's probably around when I
I
went
feel like
too.
everyone's been there except for me.
It
a
was,
good time.
it's, if you know, you know.
yeah.
It was an experience. Definitely wouldn't do it now.
Too
That's for
old.
Sure, yeah.
What? I would if there was a good metal if there was a good Warped Tour coming, I would definitely go.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of friends who went to the When We Were Young tour too.
Out in
I
Vegas.
saw that.
I wouldn't do that.
I wanted to go really bad.
I was like, this is
Ticket
fake.
prices
There's
were
no way
ridiculous.
this is gonna happen.
What was the one band that was playing it? It's like, where are you? Like that one.
And I'm so
Where are you?
sorry. I cannot
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I know
the
that.
Night, Blink 182.
Is that Blink 182?
That's Blink 182.
That's
Is it?
182, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was like everybody that I listened to in high school, basically.
Yeah, it looked really good. I also did think it was fake. Was it fake? I don't
No,
remember.
it was real. It happened, but
It
it
did
got
look
canceled
fake.
anyway because of a fucking sandstorm.
Sandstorm.
So I was like,
Oh,
You gotta be careful of that when you do something in a desert.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. But when it came out, I'm like, there's no way this is fucking real. You guys are all getting scammed right now buying
Yeah.
these tickets.
I think
But it
that
was real.
That was like at the very beginning of like AI stuff, and I kind of just thought it was like a generated thing.
Yeah, like there's no possible chance they're getting this many people
Man.
from
Yeah.
when I was young together
Yeah.
in one place. But apparently they
I
did.
hate
and it was
that they
great.
called it that. It's like when I was young, like I still
Yeah, don't
am.
remind me. Yeah, I'm still young, you dicks.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck
I
those
always
guys.
feel like a child, honestly. But it's like weird. I don't like the concept of age. It's a strange.
Yeah.
It's strange.
It's weird.
I've been having like a crisis all day.
Oh yeah,
A
yeah.
crisis
It's Jade's
about people.
birthday
Oh, yeah.
today, so
Happy birthday.
How old are you? 100? I'm 5,000/immortal.
I'm 35.
80.
I was gonna say 343.
That's-
343.
Wow.
Wow.
A fine age.
A fine age
Yeah.
for sure.
Really coming into your own at
Yeah.
343.
I eat a lot of tuna.
Is that how you
I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god, I was
just
gonna have to
thought of
say like
something.
adrenochrome
I
if you're
eat-
that old.
Mm.
Or like
Adrenochrome, yeah.
Adrenochrome, yeah.
I
Ew.
eat a peach pit every day to stay.
Peach pit. Interesting.
One peach pit.
It's always got to be something really obscure.
Something weird.
real life.
Oh, I had a small can of Dr. Pepper.
You know
For
what
the
I
last
That's what
150
it
years.
is.
You know what I do? I brush my teeth with Aquafresh
Wow.
for the last 272 years.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's
Yeah.
it. The fluoride it just
Yeah.
penetrates.
It's the stripes. It's the 3 stripes in it. That's what
Fluoride.
keeps you young.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the stripes have to do something.
They do.
Or
They
else
w-
they wouldn't be there.
yeah.
They do. Yeah.
Does Aquafresh still come in like the weird can that used to like always gunk up at the top? I don't know if you guys ever experienced that as a
That
kid.
always drives me nuts. So when I used to go to parties, like back in my early days in college, like the frat houses and everything, and I would see their toothpaste was all gunked up, I used to take some like clean toilet paper and like clean off the toothpaste for them.
You would.
It just
You
drives me nuts.
Yeah, it drove
I
me
still
nuts.
do. I've done that at your house before.
Oh
Just
my
clean off the
god.
I was still negligent enough and enough of a teenager to not care, but I was like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Why does my toothpaste do this?
I like to use the ones that are like they look like lotion bottles. They like sit
Yeah.
upright and
Oh.
you know they have like
Fancy.
the flip cap and everything.
That is fancy.
Nice.
I don't know.
Weird toothpaste.
Yeah.
Age.
Yeah.
Violet Gathering. No metalheads allowed.
Apparently.
I'm trying to backtrack here to see where we were actually trying to go. But we were talking about getting venues for the Violet Gathering. And it's crazy that nobody will give you a
Yeah.
spot. Well, you can't.
Yeah, we literally tried so hard.
Especially
we tried so hard.
Like going towards something that's like a non-profit.
Yeah.
You think they'd be like, oh, okay, great. I want to support this cause. This is good.
We
Yeah.
explained everything every time we would. We
Yeah.
we had in-person meetings with several of the venues, and
Our
I mean, there was
pitch
let's
binders,
let's be real. There was
Hell
a
yeah.
couple that were down, but like they were like not safe spaces to have it.
Yeah.
So that was also a thing too. Like not only did we get like told no and ghosted a lot, but like some of the ones that we went to were just like, whoa.
Definitely not.
Not okay.
The vibes were
Needles in the
wrong.
ground and like
Oh, no.
it was like not good.
Yeah, that's not a good
You
vibe.
know, it's
Liability
supposed to
nightmare.
be a safe, you know, we want the full festival experience, but like a safe one. That's the point of it, you know.
For sure. For sure. So next year, coming back bigger and stronger, have everything locked down, everything in place. Won't be like kind of under the gun or whatever because you guys are taking on a lot. You know, you're starting a lot of different things. You got a lot of stuff going on. You're hosting a lot of events, and it's amazing. You're giving people a stage to sing on and do their thing and perform, and
Yeah.
people to vend their goods that they create out
Yeah.
of the wholesomeness of their hearts.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's so nice.
I think there's 4 annual events.
Yeah, we just had one in April. We did it was our first annual Rainbow Fest, and it was a huge success. It was so
Massive.
awesome.
I cried a lot that day.
Yeah, it
beautiful.
was honestly way more than I expected, and it was great. That was Nash was at the head of that one, And it's weird because you never know how things are going to go, because like with the online engagement, like it was like sort of low, and we were like, I don't know if people are going to show up to this.
About it.
And it was like packed. I was like
the second
very
doors
shocked.
opened, people started just like flooding in. At one point there was a line out the door.
Yeah,
that was a
like
cool
people
one.
waiting to get tickets, and I'm like,
amazing.
holy crap, this is wild.
Sometimes the social media is such a fucking sham.
Yeah, it's like the weird. I don't know. I don't understand the algorithms and stuff. It doesn't make sense to me. You just put stuff on
I
there
feel like
and
the people
hope for the
that
best.
say they do are just lying.
No, they're lying. They don't understand that.
I don't think anyone does. I don't think Zuckerberg himself understands the
No.
Facebook algorithm.
There's so much stuff now. Like, I think a lot of people, well, I know a lot of people have experienced the burnout. Like, I'll see like an event on Facebook or something. I'll be like, oh, that's cool. I'm not, but I don't like hit like going or interested or whatever. I'm
That
like,
too.
you know,
I do that
like,
a ton too. That's what I always try to assure myself. I'm like, maybe
are
more
seeing
people
this.
are. Yeah.
They're just not hitting the going or
Yeah,
interested
I
or
definitely
whatever
think that's
buttons.
what happened.
Plus, we like to go old school a lot, and we do post like paper flyers around in a lot of the venues and places that that people of our demographic, I guess, would go to.
Yeah,
So
target demographic.
Yeah.
That,
Nice.
Erie's a small town, and for any shows and stuff, like once one person comes and they have a great time, then they'll tell their friends, and next time they'll bring their friends. And a lot of our bigger shows, when we have a ton of people show up, it's I like to make a point to just like ask people how they heard about it, like how did you find out about this, and like, oh, so and so told me that this was happening, so I came with them.
That's like 20 times more like stronger than any post on any social media.
I hope that people do, because I think that something that sets us apart a little bit is that like we really focus like super hard on like the atmosphere of the show. Like we go so hard on like decorating the event. Like we want it to look like it's different. Like it's not just basement transmissions. It is Rainbow Fest. Like we want everything
to be transformed.
to feel like it's different when we're throwing them, which makes it really fun. And I hope that people like it. And
Yeah, we
tell
go
people
really
that.
hard on decorations. Like you should see when we do like DIYs for upcoming shows, there's just like everybody's just like everywhere. Usually at your house, there's paint everywhere. We're just like frantically painting.
All
and
of our
gluing
homes
sequins.
leading up to events are
Oh,
just
it's a mess. And don't even get
terrible.
me started on the cleanup afterwards.
Oh yeah, that's like
It's a nightmare.
yeah.
the whole process.
You get real burnt out too, like after doing stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
so
like
it's
a 3-day recovery.
Yeah, you're going hard for like the 2 weeks leading up to it,
yeah.
and then
Yeah, and on top of
extra
that, we're
hard the
still
day.
going to work and
Right.
have families and have to take care of everything in our lives. So it's just
Yeah, it's definitely
it's a
hard
lot,
to
but
balance.
it's so worth it.
yeah.
Right.
I don't think it's a coincidence that you get good turnouts and you put all that work into it too. You
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like all that extra effort definitely makes a difference.
I hope so.
It definitely does.
We
It
always
definitely
like
does.
to have like different activities too, alternate entertainment, interactive things for our guests that attend.
I think that's one of our specialties. We like to have, because it's
Like
kind of
different,
just
like,
like,
workshops
you
and
know,
stuff.
how do we feel when we go to shows? Well, I wish that there was a place that we could, if we're overstimulated and want to just like go into a corner somewhere, I wish there was something for people to do. And like, I don't know, you just kind of take what you feel at shows and then try to implement it into the ones that we do. Like I think it's Grunge Night, we're gonna do like, instead of having vendors, we usually always have vendors, but we're going to put like a little like pillow pit in the back room and do like 90s video games and stuff projected on the
cool.
wall, just for people, because then you don't feel like you have to like leave the venue. It kind of keeps people staying around, because then if they're overstimulated, they don't need to go for a walk. Then they can, go back there and play a game.
Play Mario Kart. Hell
Yeah.
I got my
nice.
hands on some mannequins, and I want to do like a miniature 90s grunge art fashion installation thing with the mannequins and have like plaques about like the history of grunge fashion. So
That'd
I'm
be really
excited
cool.
about that too.
Yeah, that is super interesting.
Yeah.
And like finding that balance and being able to do all this thing is super impressive. I mean, you guys are hosting like at least 3 big events that we've just talked about. Both of you are performing in your own bands. Both of you have like a normal life that you have to take care of.
Yeah.
Which is so much. And I think that's kind of why the Treehouse hasn't like quite started yet, or hasn't like taken shape yet for this summer, because right now it's just all been podcast and movie, and like we accidentally like months ago booked all the way from August. Like it was like February, I think, and we're like, dude, how are we gonna do all this shit and have the podcast and book guests and do everything?
It is hard.
Yeah,
It's
it's
really
hard. We have it's not just us though. There's a whole gaggle
Oh,
of
yeah.
degenerates behind
Yeah,
us.
For
I
sure,
think that's
for
the
sure.
only
Get
reason
this
that we
done.
are able to
Yeah.
pull it off is because it's
Yeah, when you get
so
down to like
large.
the core of our group and everyone that helps out, there's probably like 12 of us that have all hands on deck.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, plus volunteers and everything for certain events. So I couldn't
And
imagine.
everyone has volunteers. Everybody knows their job.
If it
and
was
you
like
show
just
up and
us,
get it done.
we would be
no,
dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be awful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No.
We had a month, I think it was April last year, where we got ahead of ourselves and booked like 12 or 13. It was like 12 guests just for the month of April. And when that
Oh,
month
wow.
was
Oh,
done,
yeah.
we're just like, we were
That's a
both just
lot.
like, never again.
Yeah.
We're
Oh my
not
God.
doing
At
this
least
again.
2 podcasts every week, and then we were like 8 episodes ahead or whatever, which was great because like it didn't have the pressure on to have a guest on every week, and if somebody couldn't make it, it wasn't a big deal. But like that was definitely like a learning experience early on for us.
Well, we
That's
were
crazy.
we were nervous because like, we had just started in that previous August, and like we want, like, our brand was growing, but like it wasn't, like we didn't feel like it was quite there yet, so we wanted to get as many guests as possible just so we didn't run into like not being able to find people to come on the
Yeah.
show. And it was the worst month
Yeah.
of my life.
That's,
No, I'm just kidding.
that's a lot, though. It really is.
And we just
Like,
learned with Rainbow Fest to never again do a 12-hour show.
Yeah,
one
no,
day.
that was too much.
Yeah, my
Because
ankles
also
were
then you
swollen
have to
for
be
a
there
week.
like hours before and hours after
Yeah,
for
at the
setting
end
up
of
and
the
tear
day,
down.
We were there for like 18 hours.
Yeah, it was terrible. Awful.
Yeah, that's like
It
a
was a
huge
long
learning
day.
curve for like anybody that's entering like a new field or a new like whatever, some sort of new endeavor is learning where the breaking point or the limit
Yes.
switch
Yeah.
is to.
By the end of it, we were just all so cranky
Yeah.
and hungry and
Your brain
hangry.
feels like you can do a lot, but your body doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In your head, it's like a 5-minute job. In real life, it's like an hour long
Yeah. Oh,
thing.
It's just like, we'll just like decorate it. It'll take like an hour.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, we're shooting like a whole movie in a weekend. Well, it's not quite a movie. I mean, it's going to be like 40, 50 minutes
Yeah.
in a weekend.
Yeah, maybe a little
Short
less,
film.
half hour to 40 minutes. Yeah.
Half
I'm
hour
so
to
excited
50
about
minutes.
that. I've been seeing your advertisements
Yeah.
and stuff, and I'm so excited.
Dude, it's going to be so good. All of our actors are great. And, like, we just have to do it. You know what I mean? We just have to get it done. Like, that's like what it comes down to sometimes, too, when you have, like, an event coming up or something that you're working towards. You just have to fucking do it. Like, no matter what, there's no, like,
Yeah.
I'm going home to take a break or, like,
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
just gotta
no one else is
fucking
gonna
go.
get it done.
You
Right.
cannot procrastinate because you'll, yeah.
yeah, or else it won't get done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when you're on, like, a time crunch or a deadline or anything like that. You just gotta fucking go. And it'll be great, though. We'll get it done. And it's gonna be amazing.
We
I
believe
have a
in
lot
you.
of faith in
Woo!
that. Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the 3 things: podcasting, normal life. This is what I wanted to ask. So, like, I feel like everybody has kind of a moment where they like have like a goal that they want to achieve, where they'll feel like they've made it or like they're a real thing. Like for me, it's like, oh, I'm a real podcast when I do this, or I'm a real production company when we do that. Do you guys have anything like that?
We do.
Or do you already feel like you've hit that benchmark?
Well, I've
Oh,
already.
no.
I'm
No, no,
actively
no.
working on like a 2, 5, and 10-year business plan. And at the 2-year mark, we want to be reimbursing ourselves for all of our out-of-pocket costs, and being able to pay our guests and not just relying on tips
Right.
at shows for like the bands to get like gas money
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, on top of paying ourselves for the work that
that'd
we
be great.
do.
Yeah.
Right.
And then for 5 years goal, I don't know about you, but I have my sights on property.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's definitely
Honestly.
cool.
A little headquarters, I think that'll really make me feel like we made it. I think,
Definitely
you
like
know.
an HQ, like somewhere we can have like the OddCity Entertainment headquarters and do like basement shows and stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe a backyard.
I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
definitely
All
a
of
good
our
goal.
goals are like kind of, I mean, our immediate goals are mini, you know, we just, maybe just some better equipment and like little things like that. But
The way things have been moving, though, it's going
it's
fast.
looking promising.
It's going fast. We have all of our building blocks in the room. They're just scattered about, and we just need to like collect them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
good
all
way
there.
to put it.
We're like in the same boat. Like haven't paid each other anything from any of the stuff we've gone. It's basically just all gotten back into gear and other things. And like this movie probably is not gonna make any money at all. If it does, I would be amazed, and it has the potential to. Like
I have at least $1. to
it'll
give
be
you,
really
so.
close. Yeah, it'll be
Well,
really close.
like you guys, like TikTok has changed people's lives. You never know. Post some
like
clips
that
up
one
there.
thing.
And,
We need to.
You know,
Yeah.
you could end up making a ton of money from it.
Yeah.
It's kind of the thing. You never really know what's gonna happen. Like
Exactly.
it could just explode, and you know, and
It
then
happens out of nowhere.
now you're getting paid. Like it's
It's
That's-
crazy. I had a comment go viral on TikTok, and I never want that to happen again.
Really.
Yeah, I woke
Yeah,
up and
it's
my
a lot.
phone was blowing up, and I have my one comment has like over 90,000 likes.
Holy
and
shit.
Wow.
Over like 5,000 comments on it. And it was a stupid comment on this stupid video. I don't even remember what it is. It was months ago, and I still get notifications for it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is so ridiculous. Like, this is the thing, really?
I
everything.
yeah, like thinking about the actual logistics behind like going viral is kind
It's
of terrifying.
terrifying,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like that's a lot.
Yeah, let's just
That's
like
a
pump
lot.
the brakes. Like, you know, let's go like viral in like steps. Like
Yeah.
500, then maybe 1,000.
Mini viral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's better to go viral and they pay you to do it because it's like content. You know, like
Yeah.
having a comment go viral. That just sound. I don't comment on anything on social media
awful.
because I don't want to hear my phone dinging. You know, like
Yeah.
it usually
It's
doesn't.
not a thing I do often. I was just like scrolling on the toilet and it just happened. I was like,
Those are the best ones too that like don't require much thought.
Apparently they are the best ones.
Right. I feel like there's like different levels of virality too. Like I've had posts get shared like, I don't know, 20, 30 times and get however much all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, maybe not regularly, but like it's not unheard of at all. Versus like
Yeah.
5,000 likes on TikTok or like 50,000 views on TikTok would be like
That's
insane.
wild.
Yeah, those are the numbers that really scare me because
Yeah.
there's just
Yeah.
too many notifications, so many
I think
people.
The 2 posts on our podcast are like in that 3,000, 5,000
Right.
Views, yeah,
range.
yeah.
And
I've
that's
got-
comfortable.
I've gotten a couple over 2,000, but like
That always kind of feels good, you know,
Right.
like like mini viral. Mini viral feels good, but
It's very comfy.
yeah,
yeah.
nice and cozy.
Yeah.
But like 50,000 or 10,000 would be
It's terrifying.
insane.
Yeah. I
And
mean, I guess if you were getting paid enough to like not have to have like a job about it,
Yeah,
That's
then
something
like
else.
sure,
Yeah.
but
right. No,
Yeah.
for sure. And it feels like it could happen to anybody, you know what I mean? At least that's kind of like the impression or the vibe that they try to give off on like TikTok and on
Oh,
Reels
yeah.
and stuff like that. Like, oh, this could be literally anybody. Literally anything could just pop off. I mean, we got Don Huajin Wong fucking industrial glycine. I don't know if you guys are in that algorithm.
I have
No.
idea what that
Oh
no,
my God.
I thought I had a stroke
Yeah,
for a
me too,
second.
dude.
Like,
There's like a weird factory on TikTok that makes industrial grade glycine that's like a food additive that people are just like freaking out about, like going crazy, like getting thousands and thousands of views and people are resharing it and it's got like this whole like trending.
I'm on like the obscure side of TikTok, and that side of TikTok where I'll have like a movie play, but in like 50 different parts.
oh, that happens sometimes. Yeah, I'm on so many corners of TikTok. It's not even funny. I see
get
really
wrapped
weird
into some
stuff.
shit.
Yeah, I'm in like
Yeah.
that weird, obscure, Dada, absurdist, like concept art, and like just movies.
Yeah, I get like weird poetry or like poetry with AI. I imagine they're AI generated images and stuff on it. And capybaras, those were big
Oh
for
yeah,
a while.
capybara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
on
also
Instagram,
cats.
I'm almost exclusively like car crashes and violent like slapstick
Oh my
humor.
God.
Yeah, I follow a few of those accounts. Yeah.
my dirty secret is I don't have a TikTok.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for you.
Honestly,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that.
I feel like if I'm on TikTok for long, my brain literally like starts to disintegrate after a while, and I just like can't function.
Oh, for
TikTok
sure.
got me,
It's
man.
so
Like,
bad.
I don't go on Facebook a ton or like Instagram or anything, but like TikTok really just gripped me up by the throat. I will doom scroll on TikTok forever.
And
It's always
and
so
then the time-
satisfying when you get like that one funny video and you're just like, this is it. This is it. And you
That's
just,
the
like, think-
serotonin I've been
Yes.
searching for 3 hours.
Right, and the time literally just fucking vanishes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
3 hours is just like nothing. Like, oh, I need to waste like 15 minutes here. Oops, it's 2 hours later and I'm still like scrolling
It's
and like
rotting.
don't really want to stop, but realize my brain is like literally disintegrating.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good. I limit it to just in the morning. Before
You have
work.
self-control. I don't.
I have an
Yeah, me
hour
neither.
timer on mine.
You have an hour.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
good.
wow.
People send me TikToks, and it's like, I don't know if it probably doesn't do this if you have the app, but every time someone sends me a TikTok and like Messenger or something, I have to like slide the puzzle piece over to prove I'm a human, and I just don't do it. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's
so
a
weird.
step I
saw
don't
that
want to
the
do.
first time. I forget what I was on, but I had to do that in order to. I had to do that to renew my driver's license on PennDOT, and I had to do the puzzle piece thing.
Nice.
And it was the first time I saw that, and I thought it was like one of those, you say like click here to download, and you're actually trying to download something, but it's the fake one. I thought it was like
Oh,
a
yeah.
fake like
Yeah,
verify your
no,
human
like,
thing.
I know what you mean.
And I like redid it 5 times because I didn't think it was real until I Googled it, and I'm just like, okay, this is fine. This is real.
They definitely thought you were a robot.
They thought you were a robot. PennDOT was like, this is a robot for
This
sure.
robot's trying,
I mean,
trying to get in here.
Nobody knows
trying
for
to
sure.
drive. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. TikTok is, I don't know, it's horrible. It's getting banned though. That's crazy. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Potentially.
Also, I'm like kind of excited in the back of my brain because like I just
They already made a new app for everything, so everything's
Yeah,
gonna get
it'll
stored.
replace it.
Yeah, an American company owns it. It's like TikTok Notes or something.
I have not
I-
heard of
yeah,
that.
it's
don't know.
already done.
yeah, it's
It's already
crazy.
in the wings.
I'm out of the loop. I'm too busy doom scrolling
Yeah,
to
my-
know about
Yeah,
that.
I learned that on TikTok.
Oh,
Do you ever get like anxious afterwards
like after doom scrolling?
for a while?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, there's all
Yeah.
these things I should have been doing, or like I'm the most.
Yeah, you feel like
unproductive piece of
guilty
shit.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I
the
just
worst
feel
part.
that way all the time.
Well, yeah, I guess. So.
Also true.
Yeah, I'm on Zoloft.
But to a worse extent after TikTok for me personally.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, you definitely feel some guilt when you're kind of like rotting away there for a minute, and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh God, I've neglected everything.
That's
My bad thing is games. I play cell phone games like I'm
Oh,
a
okay.
middle-aged woman. Yeah.
what do you play?
I'm
You're
playing this
middle-aged.
one right now. I forget what it's called, but I have to you have to get like 3 of a kind. It's like you're in a store and you have to like put 3 things that are the same.
Oh,
on the
I know
same
what you're
shelf
talking about.
and
I see
move them
ads for
around.
this.
And an ad got me. An ad got me on it, and I kept on saying it, and they kept on messing up and doing it wrong. And finally, I'm like, I can do it better.
That's how the ads
That's how they
get
get
you.
you.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
bad, and now I'm on like level 3,000.
Wow.
It's pretty intense.
I do gaming, but I play on my computer mostly. I play this game called Path of Exile lately. It's the most cracked out, fucking ridiculous, like autistic in a good way game.
Nice.
Okay.
Just like super complex, crazy. Like it's a game that like you could like spend days studying and trying to figure out and still won't like understand all the different aspects of it. It's fucking ridiculous.
I was on a really big power washer simulator.
Oh, nice.
Right.
I like watching those TikToks.
I was in power wash. Listen, there's a storyline. There are goals.
Wow.
You know, there's like
You're building your business and
yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah, you can challenge against the timer. You will only have a certain amount of water. You have to like do it the right way. And I was really into that for a while.
That's awesome.
But now I'm back on Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley's fun. That's a good one too.
I've been playing Hollow Knight on the Xbox, and I really
I feel
like
I've
it.
heard of that. but
It's like it's like a really obscure little like, it's like kind of like a side scroll, but it's like so hard. Like
Yeah.
it's actually really complex and hard, and I've been loving that.
Yeah.
I'm not really like a huge video game person. I played like all the Zelda games whenever they
Sure.
came out, but like I'm not big into video games. But that one got me. I saw it. I was like, that's adorable, the little devil man. And then I just got so into it.
Yeah.
When I
I'm
play
so
games,
deep.
I can only do one at a time. Like my partner, he'll switch back and forth between several games in a day. Or let's say
Oh,
he'll
no, I
play
can't
like
do
2 or
that.
3 in one day. I'm like, I need to play one game.
Level of
and
dedication.
Just that
full
one
crackhead,
game.
Yes.
For like
degenerate.
6 months. Like
Yeah.
I'll be on it for 6 months, like 3 minimum. I've been on Stardew Valley now for like 3 months. Power Washer was like a 5-month stint over the winter.
If it's
And
new,
it's
you have
the
to beat
one.
it and then play it again and beat it, and then you can. Then
I
you
started
can
out like
deviate.
really early with super degenerate addictive games in like middle school like high school. I was like playing World of Warcraft, which is like the game that everybody goes to fucking rehab for because they're crackheads and like completely don't do anything else with their life other than play that game. So it's just a history. Path of Exile isn't that bad. I stopped playing World of Warcraft. I go on like little binges, you know what I mean?
Did you
Like, I'll
ever
play
see
for a
that
year.
video of that guy?
Leroy Jenkins?
Who, I don't know what his name is.
That's the one.
But he was playing like his parents like deleted his World of Warcraft game or
nice.
whatever, and he got so upset that he like shoved.
Yeah, that's like serious no.
Oh, is that the
game
remote
status.
guy?
Yes.
It's called The World's Biggest Freakout on
Yes.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I remember watching that ad nauseum on like the family living room computer in like 2008.
Every time I hear World of Warcraft now, I always just think of that guy shoving it.
It's bad.
I hate
ask
that.
ask my girlfriend about it. Sometimes she'll tell you that like that game fucking sucked me in for like a while again after not playing it for like many years, and it was COVID. COVID is what happened.
Sometimes you gotta go back to games for the nostalgia, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotta do it again.
I was like, okay, I just went through a bad breakup. I can't talk to anybody or go anywhere or do anything. I'm gonna just like sit down here and play World of Warcraft like a full-blown degenerate crackhead. And Rot Max, which is apparently a new thing I learned on TikTok, which is where you just have like tons of cups and dishes and like all sorts of shit around. Rot Maxing.
Rot maxing?
Yeah,
That sounds
rot,
like something you would
rotten.
like.
It sounds like a kind of dog.
A rot maxer.
A rot max, yeah, it does sound like a dog.
No, rot maxing is just like my clothes are everywhere. There's dirty dishes all over my room.
Oh, I thought this was a
empty
game you were
Cokes.
talking about. I was like, you would love this game.
Rot
No,
maxing.
Just clean up the
Just
mess.
clean up the mess, yeah.
It's the results of a game.
I do. Have you ever seen the one
yeah.
game? It's like the packing up game.
Oh
or
my
moving
god!
out, whatever.
So Linda played a moving game where she like moved
Yeah.
stuff from different like
I love
apartments
like
and
anything
shit.
that I can like clean and just
Yeah.
like get that scratch in like the depths of my brain.
You
I'm
can
like,
come to
yes.
my house and do that.
I
you
will.
know?
She's like a cozy gamer, like Stardew Valley and
Yeah,
like,
Stardew Valley. When the pandemic started, Animal Crossing just dropped.
yep, she was
It
playing
was-
that hard.
I just looked and I have almost 3,000 hours on Animal Crossing.
Oh my god,
Oh
your
my
house
God.
must be immaculate.
Yeah, it is.
And your
It is,
museum and all
actually.
this stuff.
Yeah.
She'd
Yeah.
give me like little tours. I'm like, oh, this is amazing, babe. So cool. And I would like show her little videos of my guy. Like, look at how cool he is. Look at this
Yeah.
shit.
I do the same thing in my Animal Crossing island now. It's honestly amazing. Like I'm on a couple Facebook groups for Animal Crossing islands, and I'm not gonna like toot
You
my own
would.
horn or anything, but like my
Those
stills,
guys are bitches.
They get and my posts get like some like pretty gnarly likes.
Hell yes.
on in the Animal Crossing community. If you want to hit me up for my dream address.
I think that like playing a super dedicated video game like World of Warcraft or going real hard on Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley or any sort of game like that has like secret brain skills unlocked mode, you know what I mean? Like what do I learn? I learned dedication. I maybe learned time management a little bit in a super fucked up way.
I'll have like little
And-
storylines
Loyalty.
going on between like my villagers and everything.
Yeah.
Like, I'll have
Yeah.
like different things. I'm like, oh, we don't like her because of like this or this or this.
See,
And,
I mean, that's kind of
We'll
like The
have, like, a
Sims. I
whole
used
thing.
to do that
oh,
when I
I
was
used to make
younger.
The Sims do the
Have you
worst
guys heard of
things.
Helldivers 2?
No.
So every now and then, this is like one of my low-key secrets that nobody really knows about. I role play Helldivers 2 and stream it on Twitch, and nobody ever really watches or listens to it, and I don't really tell people about it, but I just have fun like pretending I'm like a Vietnam vet and like doing this Helldiver war game
Okay.
and like talking because it's a very like social game. Like you have to talk with the people on your team, and I'm like, oh man, just finished up my Torah. I just want to go back home and kiss my kids and my wife, man.
God.
And everybody's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Now it's not a secret anymore.
Yeah, so if you ever see me go live on Twitch, that's probably what I'm doing, is being real weird and freaking out strangers, pretending
I love
wanna go
doing
home.
that. One of my favorite activities is going to the bar and pretending I'm like just somebody else.
Yeah.
I love going to, like, if my friends are with me, going to, like, hotel bars and just, like, lying to men.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing to do.
I used to do that too, actually.
And
a
they're
lot.
just like, where are you here? And I'm like, oh, I'm in town. I'm from Wisconsin. I don't know. Like, I'll
Yeah,
make
I'm
up
here
like
on a
crazy
business
place.
trip.
Yeah, I'm here on a business trip.
I have to
and
do
there's
some
a high school
consulting
reunion.
at
And,
GE. I'm staying in this hotel.
yeah, and I'll just, like, make up, like, a whole backstory and then just, like, leave. I'm never going to see him
Yeah,
again.
right.
It's, like,
Peace.
it's a fun cognitive exercise.
Until you do,
Just
because
roll.
it's like Edinburgh.
That's why I say, like, in, like, hotel bar. Not, like, hotel bar in Borough, but, like, if I'm in, like, Erie, I'll, like,
Okay,
one of the
fair,
hotel bars
fair.
at, like, the
Hotel bar,
Sheraton.
Yeah, Edinburgh has like a hotel bar. So that's what I thought of.
No, I think role playing is really fun. Like Dungeons and Dragons, any sort of role playing like that, real life role playing.
Oh, I'll get into it.
I feel like I'm actually going to start a new side thing where I go grocery shopping and just say like a bunch of outlandish shit about the groceries and the things that are going on in the world and like about pollution and like how I can't eat the cheese because of the fucking adrenochrome that are in it. And I like look around and like see if anybody's listening. I just say it really loud in Wegmans and all the like hoity-toity muckety muck.
I really want to do. I haven't tried it yet, but I saw someone do it again on TikTok. And you're just like out and about running errands or something, and you just like go and walk up to somebody and like whisper, "Wake up."
Yeah.
Oh no,
But
I
you're
hate
just
that.
like,
The closest I get is like when people ask me if I'm like that person in that band. I always say no.
Nice.
Because then I think it's kind of funny when like I'm up on stage later and they're like, "You're a liar."
I feel like there's something messed up in my childhood that just really loves to lie.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's like a little bit of a serotonin. I don't know. It's funny.
It's
though.
just like,
It's
it gives me like a sense of power and control because I'm able to trick other people.
yeah, if it's like harmless, like it doesn't hurt anybody. It's
Yeah.
not like about yourself.
Yeah, it's
or
not
just, like,
bad
a-
anymore.
Yeah, or just like a
I think
little.
it's hilarious.
Unless it was
had
like really bad as a child. It's like, did you clean your room? Yeah, Mom, of course. And then like clearly I did not. Fucking
obviously not.
did not do that.
I had worn a shirt to a show one time that said all bands are shitty, and someone
People were probably really pissed about it.
yeah, somebody was like, "Is that appropriate to wear at a local show?" And I was like, "Yeah, it totally is." And I
guys
don't even
all
remember what
suck.
he said, but then like later on, I like made very deliberate eye contact with him when I was going up onto the stage. And I was just like, yeah, yeah, it's appropriate.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. People take a lot of shit way too seriously.
Yeah.
I think that like really trying to judge somebody off of a meaningless interaction like that
Yeah.
is really difficult. Like
Yeah, it's really weird. We're just like on a rock zooming through space.
yeah, dude.
Like
And
it's not that deep.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to just have fun and say fucking weird shit to people, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the best part of being a person.
yeah.
Right.
As long as nobody's getting hurt. Like,
Yeah. Whatever.
I've done none of these. I do none of these things.
You
From
should.
like the video games to now. Well, no, I do a little bit of light new boot goofing with people,
Yeah.
but nothing
New
like
boot goofing?
Goofing.
yeah,
Oh yeah, watch
nothing.
out for that.
that'd be a really good album name.
Yeah,
New boot goofing.
new boot
Yeah.
goofing. I like to have a little
The name
fun.
of our OddCity Entertainment stand-up special.
Oh god, no! I would
Oh,
never
yeah.
name anything with a boot in it.
No.
Why? That's
What's wrong with boots? You got a problem with boots or something? The fuck? I wear boots, dude.
Sorry, doesn't believe in boots.
I do wear. Well, I
They
have
don't
like
exist.
I have like combat boots, but like I don't know. They make me think of like either like westerns or like
Westerns are
like
the best
bootleggers.
genre.
Speaking of boots, I used to have these cowboy boots that I would love to wear to like races and monster truck rallies, and I'd put on my best
My
flannel
earrings are little cowboy boots.
and like pro
Oh, yeah,
wrestling,
those are
and I would
boots.
just
Nice.
act like the whitest trash you've ever seen in your entire fucking life. And
Yeah.
What about snow boots? We're in.
I guess.
Yeah, I
I
mean-
don't really. I
Rain
don't know.
boots.
I don't really be trekking through the. I don't have rain boots.
Rain boots
Yeah,
are the best
I
kind of
haven't.
boots.
Yeah.
I only have. I
You
don't
can
know.
jump in puddles that are like ankle deep. and-
Steel toe boots.
Yeah, exist.
part of the fun's getting wet though.
I've never really had the
As an adult,
desire.
though,
if
like,
I
I'm
want to
on- if
jump
I'm
in a
on my
puddle,
way
it's
to do
probably
something and I see a really
get
good
wet.
puddle and I really want to jump in it. If I'm wearing my rain boots, it's like heck yeah, I'm
Like
jumping in
game
that
on.
puddle.
I feel
Fuck
like
yeah,
I
that's
feel
cool.
I feel like you. I mean, combat boots are dope, but I think if you wore like cowboy boots with spurs, that would change your opinion on boots because of the.
Boots with the spurs.
I don't know if it fits the aesthetic.
Well, it might not fit the aesthetic, but you
No,
know
but you can,
that will.
you can wear them to a monster truck rally and make fun of everybody, and they won't even realize it.
You're right. I could. I do have sort of a mullet. I could probably
Fuck
do
yeah,
something
dude.
like that.
Put on your best flannel and cut the
Yeah.
sleeves off of it.
Yeah.
John always makes fun of me with that one lady that's like, I was down at the McDonald's on Dorset. She's got that horrible mullet.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I'll show it to you.
Yeah, gotta get on the right rhythm.
I have some uncashed Newport points from like 2004. You could get like a sick Newport jacket.
Yeah.
No, that takes so many cigarettes to get that stuff. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
We tried to get a grill one year out of Miller High Life boxes, and we literally drank Miller High Life till
Wow.
all summer long, nothing but Miller High Life,
You guys
and we didn't even
remember,
come close.
sorry.
It was, and we were fucking drinking a lot back
That's too
then.
much. I found some like Camel cups at a
Sweet.
thrift store one time and like had to buy, like ran up to my husband and I was like, someone died for these.
Yeah.
They definitely
That was a
died.
3-pack
for
a day
these.
smoker right there for that coffee mug.
Do you guys remember box tops?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Education.
Whatever happened?
I think they still do.
Yeah,
those.
no,
What was
I
the thing
the
with
kids
that? I don't
the
remember.
kids just got something about box tops. I think they're still. I think we just stopped paying attention to them, honestly, because then I had to start looking, and I was
I
like,
feel
they
like it's a
actually are
Mandela
still on
effect
everything.
Type of.
No,
Yeah.
they're still there.
Really?
They're still
Maybe they
there,
just- I don't
yeah.
know, maybe they just faded away.
It's like the tricks are for
I don't
kids
need
thing.
kids.
You just don't notice them anymore now that you don't have to notice them.
I remember you used to be able to go to like the video store and like the Pizza Hut with your report card, and if you got like an A, you'd get like a free
I
personal
missed
pizza,
that.
free rentals.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that ever got me to read books.
I love reading books.
Yeah.
When you guys are talking about video games, that's what I do in my downtime because I'm a fucking
Ain't nothing
nerd.
wrong with
Reading
that.
books.
Reading right now.
Reading is good.
I am
something we've never heard of. That's probably awful.
no. He's just a hater. I'm reading Going After Cacciato by
Oh, I
Tim
read that.
O'Brien.
You already read that, dude.
No, I didn't.
He made me read that a long time ago, years ago.
It sounds like Pokemon fan fiction.
It's Vietnam
It's
War.
about Vietnam War.
So close. It's adjacent.
Real close.
It's about the adventure, though. That's what
Yeah.
Pokemon's really about. And what is the
Yeah, it's
Vietnam
the friends we
War
meet along the way.
other than an adventure?
It's like instead of throwing out an onyx, they run into Viet Cong in tunnels
And landmines.
and landmines and things of that nature. So it's close.
Yeah.
It's like
Very close to
yeah,
Pokemon fan
it's
Yeah,
like
right.
the North Vietnamese or the Team Rocket. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing
yeah.
wrong with books.
No,
it's
books
not.
are good.
It's not even nerdy. I think that's cool. Books are good.
Well,
Good
you
for your
heard it here
brain.
first. Books are cool.
Keep on reading
OddCity
things.
Entertainment is cool. Audrocity's cool. Sai's cool. Jade's cool. Dave, yeah, he's cool.
Everything at once
Yeah.
is cool.
Everything at once is cool.
Tony is cool.
Tony's cool.
It's all cool.
Yeah.
And we love you guys. We got to wrap it up. We got things to do, people to see,
Heck yeah.
podcasts to make. We hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks to all our sponsors and the people that listen and follow and like and hit all the buttons, hit all their buttons too. Hit the fucking, I don't
Yeah.
know, help us fight the evil algorithm and Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Peace out,
you.
everybody. We love you.